Good evening and welcome to the channel's studios here in London with your international news around the world in 5. Officials say that more than 50 people have been killed in a stampede at a religious gathering in northern India. The incident took place at a Hindu religious event in Hathras district in Uttar Pradesh state. A video showed the wounded being brought to a hospital for treatment. The victims, including more than 20 women, are still being identified. Mr. Kumar said the stampede occurred as people were leaving at the end of the event. He added that a high-level committee had been formed to investigate the incident. The United Nations says 250,000 Palestinians in southern Gaza have been affected by evacuation orders from the Israeli military. Many people have been fleeing areas in and around the second city of Khan Yunis on foot and by car. Patients and medical staff have also been leaving a major hospital in the area, although the military said they were not subject to an evacuation order. Gazan health officials say 8 Palestinians were killed and dozens wounded during overnight Israeli strikes. A deadly hurricane which has been tearing through the Caribbean is intensifying as it moves towards Jamaica. Hurricane Beryl is now a Category 5 storm, meaning its winds and storm surges could prove catastrophic. The storm made landfall on Carriacou, an island which is part of Grenada. So far, there are reports of 3 people dead as a result of the storm, 2 in Grenada and 1 in St. Vincent. The US National Hurricane Center said Carriacou had taken a direct hit from Hurricane Beryl's extremely dangerous eye wall, a ring of thunderstorms which produces heavy rain and particularly strong winds.
Union Island has been devastated. The reports that I have received indicate that 90% of the houses have been severely damaged or destroyed. Their roofs, structures. The Union Island Airport's roof is gone. It's no more. Argyle International Airport not going to be open tomorrow because there's been some damage to the fence on the northern side, and they have some cleaning up to do. But they will be receiving any aircraft which wants to bring any particular emergency supplies. Hopefully, we will be back in business at the airport Wednesday afternoon, Thursday.
Ukraine's security services say it has foiled a plot to topple the government. The country's domestic intelligence agencies said 4 people had been arrested and charged. They claim the group of conspirators, described as agents working on behalf of Russia, were planning to spark a riot in Kyiv. Meanwhile, Hungarian Prime Minister Viktor Orban has arrived in Kyiv today to talk with Ukrainians Volodymyr Zelensky about relations between the two countries. According to Mr. Orban's spokesman, the most important topic of today's talks is a chance for peace. Mr. Orban has regularly opposed ongoing military and financial aid given to Ukraine by the EU and NATO, and is seen as being friendly with Vladimir Putin. Joe Biden has described as a dangerous precedent a Supreme Court ruling giving former President Donald Trump partial immunity from criminal prosecution. The current US president said the judgment undermined the rule of law and was a terrible disservice to Americans. Earlier, Trump hailed the court's decision as a big win for democracy. The justices found that a president had immunity for official acts, but was not immune for unofficial acts, and referred the matter back to a trial judge. And a stingray who miraculously became pregnant earlier this year, despite not sharing her tank with a male stingray, has died. Charlotte, a rust-coloured round stingray, died after suffering from a rare reproductive disease. In February, Charlotte was said to be carrying as many as 4 young offspring. Her pregnancy was likely due to parthenogenesis, a form of asexual reproduction where a female egg is fertilized without the sperm from a male. And that's your international news around the world in 5. Now back to the channel's studios in Lagos.